quick teaching. I'm more than sure it's going to blow your mind, and it'll all make sense to you. And then when I say green light, then you guys can go see for yourself. All right. All right. Sounds good, Mary. I appreciate it. All right. Let's talk about Chronarch. Okay, Chronarch.ai. And the Coda Forecast. I was sitting there thinking to myself, how can I simplify this? How can we get the world on Chronarch, right, on the app? How can we get people over there? And it's the whole rule of the game. You always have to give stuff away for free, okay? That's how you gain traffic. So I'm like, the books are free, the teachings, it's a lot of power, it's a lot of truth, but a lot of people don't like to read. A lot of people don't like listening to audibles. So it's like, okay, well, how do I do that? What do I create for free for people? Okay, to drive that traffic. How do we get, hundreds to tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands to millions, and then ultimately the world, the whole planet on Chronarch.ai? So I said, the only thing that I can do for free, if I do it a certain way where it's not costing me $10,000 to $20,000 a month out of my pocket to be able to run the system, I figured out a way how to do it. So don't go there yet, okay? Because I'm still working on it. But the Coda Forecast is going to be completely free for the whole entire world, okay? Completely free, okay? Not just free, okay? I'm implementing some new tools. The Coda Forecast is going to be laid out for all months. You don't have to wait for it to generate, because how I have it right now is that you pick your date, you generate it, and then Jexi is giving you the information. So you have to wait a couple of minutes. The way I'm doing it now is I literally did the whole entire year for 2026 and the rest of this year, 2025. I personally did the forecast myself for the whole entire year for 2026. Okay? Letting you know which days are good, which days are bad. On the calendar, on your hub, on the Coda Forecast, free to the world. Like I said, it's not ready yet. I'm working on it right now. Is going to have your calendar marked with good and bad days. So if you are running a business, trying to figure out what day you want to release your product line, when's a good day to close a deal, sales, create leads, advertise, marketing, have a wedding, whatever it is, go to the calendar, see which days best fit for you. It'll be highlighted green for good day. I've also implemented Crescenome, where you have your dimensions. So this is where I say for new people that's listening to this right now, don't go to the app yet. Just write it down, Chronarch.ai, or follow this page and look at the link in the bio, because I'm working on it right now. I'm updating it. But the Coda Forecast is a predictive insight, okay, that lets you know where to find the blessings and how to maneuver through the day, how to find the opportunities, what time frames ahead of time, days, months, year in advance, okay? Now, for newcomers that may be watching this live, that's maybe in this chat, I have over 500 prediction paintings that have all come to pass. I can predict the future on any and everything, okay? So it's not an AI system that you're trusting. You're trusting the guy with the credentials, okay? So that's where it comes from. And I just did implementation with that ability into AI. So with the Coda forecast, not only are you getting that information what days are good, what days are bad, right? The forecast for that day, how to maneuver, what time frames best works for you that day, right? To find the blessing, or what to look out for. But it lets you know which dimension is actually overpowering for that day. So there are multiple dimensions. So you have 21, 22 dimensions that I've listed. I'm not going into the whole 42. The world is not ready for that yet. We'll just stick with 21, 22 dimensions. So where the hell are these flies coming from? That's not good, guys. I told you when flies come all around me, I told you what that means. And they have been around me like crazy. But anyway, it gives you the dimension that's overpowering the earth for that day. Okay, so for instance, it may be dimension 3, right? And now you have insight on what's going on, but you have a supporting dimension that lets you know, hey, this is the dimension. The supporting dimension is where you need to be operating out of. So go study that. And all of those dimensions are listed on the Coda forecast, explain to you which each dimension means. So when you study that and you see the supporting dimension, you're like, okay, this is how I need to be operating today. This is how I maneuver, right? And so you have that. And for the newcomers, this is important because in my teaching, I talk about how you must write down a name for yourself on all dimensions because they exist. The other version of you exists. Okay? They're just on another dimension. So what I want to do, I'm going to try to do, is create it where I don't know if it's going to cost me a lot of money to implement this part, but I would like for it to have it where the user, when you create your account, you list all of your dimensions. You put your names. So like, for instance, you may have Lisa on the 3rd, you may have Elizabeth on the 4th dimension, right? And then that way, Jexi is letting you know who you need to be communicating with that day. Like it says on the calendar, on your personal calendar, you know. So for instance, like Jawan, they may say, Jawan, you need to be interacting with Kevin today. And so you know Kevin is on dimension 9, on negative dimension 9. So you need to go talk to Kevin. Right? I would love for you guys to be able to implement that. When you log in, I just have to figure out how to do that. I would love to have that, but then it can become very expensive. It can become very expensive on my end because if I'm running it for free and we're promoting this on TikTok, I mean, we saw how fast I got 2,000-3,000 followers in a matter of a couple of days. Can you imagine 2,000, 3,000 people in 1 day or 2 days go to Chronarch and they see the Coda forecast is real? They see how it actually works. And then everybody's inputting all those names, then that would, that would cost me a lot of money. That would cost me a lot of money. So, yeah, now that I think about it, yeah, I'm not going to do that. You guys can do that. You can write down your names. Yeah, maybe I can have some sort of journal. That'll be cool. Like you have your own personal journal where you can write notes for yourself. Now I already have it where once you check out one date, it shows the histories. It shows the history of your dates and stuff. So I've already implemented that part. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, so I think I may do that. I may put a journal, in your account. So when you log in, man, this is crazy. They got wasps. They got flies all around me. This is not good. This is not good. I need to stay in a good mood. I need to stay in a good mood, guys. You guys already know what that means. So yeah, I'll do that. I'll implement a journal so that way you guys can keep track of things. Because you have your forecast way ahead of time. It means death. I'm surrounded by death right now. I have death all around me, which means I'm bringing death. Which, I mean, I already said that earlier with the waters. So if you're a newcomer, the best thing I could tell you, go watch the videos. Yeah, you see all these flies? They just all over me. I was telling you guys that, last week? I said when sometimes I could be walking and flies will swarm around me. Like these movies that you see, like when the bats are around Superman or, all these different creatures, species are around a superhero. They're getting that from me and my wife because that's what happens. So I want to be in a happy mood, right? It's not about positive outcomes because that's all I can think about is positive outcomes. That's how I live. But when death surrounds me, and I've already said what I was going to do, it's just that, they're sniffing daddy. They like being around daddy. They know there's a task at hand, so they're sniffing daddy, and they feel comfortable around daddy. So, but yeah, Coda Forecast is going to be completely free. My goal is to drive the traffic. My marketing strategy behind this for any newcomers, my marketing strategy behind this is so that people can discover their purpose, learn about their DNA identity code. That's the whole point. That part is not free, but it's also dirt cheap. Okay, so I figured, hey, put the Coda Forecast completely free. That should drive the thousands to hundreds of thousands of people. So I'm going to be marketing this very soon. I'm just, trying to get everything together. And I've already got these ideas in my head with the Coda Forecast, with Chronarch. Once I get this car ready, I'll be shooting a lot of commercials to promote it, to get people involved, to really entertain social media, to get them over there to Chronarch. So that's my gift back to the world. Okay. See, it's a love-hate relationship with me. Right? So you're welcome, guys. You're welcome. But it's not, guys, the Coda Forecast is, you should be living by that. That should be like, just as, you guys wake up every morning, you check your notifications, you see what's going on social media. The Coda Forecast needs to be the first thing you check, and it's going to be free. You need to know how to move around your day, because if you start off your day like everyone else does every single day, and you don't know how the day is about to pan out, and you just jumping on social media, checking it out, you're going to your job, or you going through, out your day, you don't know what kind of obstacle that you're going to run into. If the Coda Forecast says, hey, this is a bad day today, be prepared. You're mentally prepared for that day. Look, that means anything could happen. Anything could happen. That means you can be catching a flight from from Texas to New York, and some bad things happen while you're on the flight. So you're prepared. But if you take my other teachings, it doesn't matter how bad the day is. You know, with the other teachings, you know how to overcome that. You know how to mentally prepare yourself. You know how to move your energy around. Okay? That's good, Nettie. That's good. So, you know, people have their own beliefs. People have their own ideals. People can say so much and believe in so many things, but Code of Forecast doesn't lie. Code of Forecast has never lied. Code of Forecast is what everyone should be living by. It's a cheat sheet. It is a cheat sheet. Like even today, you know, with me doing the decoding, it's all about recalibrating. You know, don't make it so difficult. Recalibrate. Now that's when I did it myself, not just going by with Jexi. So when I did it, and it all aligned up with Jexi, but it's just, to me, the way I did it, it's about recalibrating, making things simple, not so complicated. And after looking at the Code of Forecast, I'm just like, people are still going to see it complicated. I need to simplify this. I need to recalibrate. And it talked about today bringing joy to yourself. So I'm like, okay, this is going to make me happy. This is going to make other people happy. Granted, with the House of Crystal members, we had a little backtrack, but a little speed bump. But hey, we're crossing that speed bump, moving forward. And hopefully this will help people. So I also want to talk about something else. You have to pay attention to your visions. You have to pay attention to your dreams. Okay? So many people overlook them, especially when it's a family member or if it's a friend. Pay close attention to it, especially if you have the same dream. It may not be about the same person, but it could be the same predicament. Okay? If you start to see the reoccurring type of situations, you need to pay attention. Okay? I'll say this. Is Ronnie in this chat yet? Okay. Marianne, I think you remember this. I know some of you remember this. Do you remember when I said I had a dream about Ronnie and how she was beating a woman? Do you guys remember that? Okay. I just saw that, Nettie. I'm sorry. So whoever that is, one more time, just block them, Wendy. Okay. So, do you remember why I said she was beating that woman? Well, I'll tell you why. I was trying to tell Ronnie something in the dream about a particular female, and Ronnie didn't want to believe it, and she kind of got her feelings hurt with me. And I said, you have to find out the hard way, mama. And she didn't want to go against me. She didn't go against me. She just didn't want to believe it, what I was telling her about a person. And she was upset. And I was just like, hey, it's not my problem. She just has to be upset. And then when Ronnie found out the truth, Ronnie was hurt. And Ronnie began beating the hell out of that woman. Is that clicking into you guys, House of Crystal members, on who that woman was? And I spoke about this a couple of weeks ago. Okay. So just want to make sure you guys were clear on that. Exactly, Jawan. So it's not fully? Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, this person is no longer with us in the group. That's who that woman was. Okay. So the reason why I'm saying pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to your visions, is because if I'm seeing it, that means you're seeing it, and sometimes you choose to ignore it. Because I'm always going to send it to you in your dreams. I'm always going to show you the signs. My old House of Crystal members, they know how I operate. They see things come to play. And I say things way ahead of time, and then they see it play out. Okay? That's why I be giving people a heads up, right? Like I said, I can smile in your face. The same people who smile in my face, the same people who say they love me in the whole nine. I play the same game back with them, and I know their demise at the end of the day. That's why I am who I am, and that's why I'm at the top. Okay? Yep. But you gotta pay attention to those dreams. Because I send them. And sometimes some of you ignore them. Okay? Start paying attention to your dreams. Read Chrysonomics. Read about dreams. Don't go for the big details. Go for the small details. Once you can learn how to see the small details in your dreams, oh man, you become powerful. Find the small, intricate details. All right? So, let's see. So give me until later today. I'm sorry, that's Sophia. Give me later today, and let's see. Yeah, and I should have it done later today. If not today, by tomorrow. So I'm trying to get this up for you guys, and that way, definitely by Sunday, you guys can start waking up. And yes, there will be Sunday teaching this weekend. I know I didn't have it for last weekend, but I have it for this weekend. But yeah, I would like for you guys to start your day off reading the Code of Forecast and then having a plan. So when you get into that mode every day, it becomes, a lifestyle for you. Life becomes easier, right? You know where to look for the opportunities and where to look for the blessings. You know which day. So if you can just look at the calendar and be like, okay, let's see, the 3rd is going to be good. The 17th is going to be good. All right, those are the days I need to focus on my blessings. I need to find the opportunities. And when I say blessings, it doesn't mean coming into money and those sorts of things. A blessing can be someone was being kind enough to help you out when you got a flat tire, right? Or someone gave you great advice because you were willing to open up to someone to help you through your situation. Or it may be a great job opportunity, a promotion, or a big business deal, or you may have closed a business deal, right? So it can be many, many different things, but you know which days to look for the opportunities because the opportunities are there, okay? Even if it's a bad day, the opportunities, the blessings are still Can't say it on here. They won't allow me to say it anymore. I got flagged for saying it for some reason. I don't know why. But there's no sound. Can anyone else hear me? Okay, that sucks. But yeah, you want to know the truth about God, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth about God? Go to that website. Download all the free books. We have them in 3 languages. Most of the books are in 3 languages. You can also listen to the audibles if you don't feel like reading. Okay? Most powerful information you will ever have access to. If you don't know who I am, if you're trying to process it, listening to this, you think I'm some crazy guy, whatever your thoughts may be about me, watch the content. Watch the first 3 videos at the top. Then go to the next 3. Everything is entertaining. But at the same time, everything is real. Okay? So, that's it. You guys enjoy your day. I'll update you guys on when the Coda forecast will be completely free and ready to go and rock and roll for you guys. Until then, don't click on Coda forecast, guys. Don't try to put in, generate your forecast. Don't do that right now. Don't do that to me. Okay? Let me finish up first. And then I'll make it available for free for all of you. No worries. No worries. Humanity cannot say they didn't have the keys. They didn't have the tools. They didn't know the truth. They didn't. Given so much. And I'm taking that, seeing the responses from some of you guys that someone was talking crazy in this group, in this live. So, anyway, guys, hope that helps you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I am feeling better. I had to recalibrate. I'm actually about to take Sophia out. I bought her a new car. So it has LED lights on it, and it comes with a remote control, so I can control her little butt where she goes. So Daddy has a controller. So I'm going to take her. I was playing with her in the living room with it a little while ago. She was chilling, you know. So I'm going to take her out, take her on the trail, and have some fun with her. And I got to get Levi's car going, his Formula One race car going. I sure will, guys. All right. Stay focused. Okay? Stay focused. Don't let anyone take your high. Stay on top.